Hello, good morning, and welcome to the conversation on TOS Television Network, your digital first Pan-African news network. And by now, you already know I'm bringing you the show from Nigeria's capital city of Abuja. And my name is Adesuwa Osuyi. Today on the show, we're going to be looking ahead, into 2023. There's a whole lot that has been going on, in line with elections in 2023. There's a whole lot that has been going on in the country. A lot of people are talking about how important it is, to be actively involved in 2023 general election, especially because we're transitioning from one administration into another one, and the country right now is almost looking like it's going through a shipwreck. And so we're looking on the show today at why Nigerians, cannot afford to get it wrong in 2023. With who we decide to let take up the reins of affairs of this country. And to join me in having that conversation here in the studio is Comrade Dabo Kiabo Warmate, a national leader, Consent PDP League. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. Now, let me get straight into it. So, I think we were having a conversation, and I think Nigerians actually I've come to realize that politicians, across various parties, are not necessarily governed by maybe high standards, considerations for public good and all of that stuff. A lot of them, I would say, are more concerned about personal interest, right? And so how crucial does that reality make the forthcoming 2023 general election, especially the presidential election? How crucial is it?
The 2023 presidential election is very crucial.
Okay.
As you said in your introduction, PDP in 2019 and 2015 warned and advised Nigerians that be careful with your choices for presidency. And Nigerians felt, we want a change, we want something new. And when you're going for something new, you've not checked if it is a new or a second new, first hand as they call it. Okay. So they went for it, and here we are today. The country is in a big mess. It's not because I am a PDP person. Okay. Before I am a PDP person, I am a Nigerian. Okay. And speaking from that point of view, you will see that the country is crumbling. You've heard a lot of prominent Nigerians making statements regarding to that. And the painful part is that the government is not perturbed about what is happening from their reactions that we see. They don't feel it. It's like we are living in a different country, they are living in a different country. So that is why it is very crucial for Nigerians to be careful with the decision-making process concerning the 2023 who to vote. Okay. We warn them and advise them that this contraction called APC will fail them. And today they've seen it. They are beckoning for PDP to come back. Yes, they are beckoning for PDP to come back, but we've interacted with some of them. Not just PDP to come back, but PDP to come with the right person. Okay. Is the right person. If as a PDP member, I'm conscious of that. That if we don't bring the right person to address the pressing issues, the debt, the poverty, the insecurity, is something that I, too, as a PDP member, will not vote for the person. Okay. I want somebody that will bring us from this mess APC has taken us into. Because first, before we have PD, we must have a country. Okay. First, we must have a country. So Nigerians should look critically towards the direction of PDP. We have good people that definitely can bring Nigeria from the mess we are into right now. There is nothing to write home about our security situation. Okay. For crying out loud. Okay. You saw what happened in Kano. Yeah. You saw what happened in Sokoto. You are hearing about what happened in Anambra, Imo. Everywhere, every part of this country.
But is it actually fair to compare 8 years or suppose 7 years really of APC administration to a 16-year PDP administration? I'm saying this because you did that. And I feel like this whole situation we're seeing in the country right now is not new. It's not peculiar to APC. We've had that over time.
Yes, it's not peculiar. Yeah. But PDP managed it very well under the 16 years. Managed it very well. We didn't have this kind of situation we are into. Okay. Poverty capital of the country. Virtually our hospitals are not working. Nothing to write about our electricity power. Nothing to write about our education. You can just name them. Nothing. But that period PDP was there, we were able to manage it because one thing about leaders, when you go to leadership school, they'll tell you you must have one quality, delegation of responsibility to the right people. PDP did that excellently well. Okonjo-Iweala, the president, African Bank Development, president, they pick people, professionals to come and manage the economy. And they did well.
Okay.
So that is what we are trying to say.
So you should think this is a party problem rather than a person's problem?
No, it is both. Okay. It's party and it's person.
Okay.
So we are looking at right now, we are looking at the candidates that have emerged from the parties that have indicated interest to contest. And looking at all of them, for example, from the APC, there is no one you will say that can resolve, because they are part of the problem. They created the problem. So how would they resolve it? If they can resolve it, they would have advised the president they have access to resolve it. So they can't. Okay. So the only people that we believe that can resolve those crises is one of the candidates in the PDP. Okay. We have capable people. We have Wike, we have Atiku, excellently experienced people. We have P2B, excellently experienced. We have this is former Senate President. We have good people that can manage this nation perfectly, most especially the area of security. Okay. Not foreign investment in this country. Okay. Why? Security. Embassies send alarm to their country. Investors, see, look at the situation of this. We can lie to ourselves. Our leaders can lie to us. But the embassies will tell their citizens the truth. That this is the true situation. Okay. So that is why we are appealing to Nigerians. We are talking to Nigerians that when you want to make your decision concerning the 2023 election, remember that you were advised in 2015. Okay. Today, see where you are. Okay. So be careful who you choose. And we, as PDP members, will also advise our party to allow a free and fair primaries. Okay. So the popular candidate will emerge.
Yes, I was actually going to bring you back to that. Because I was actually going to ask you, it's actually cool that you're clamoring for your party, but I was actually going to ask you if your party is looking at like a primaries, a proper primaries, or we're looking towards a consensus. Because if PDP, I think I have like about 17 members clamoring for the position. If PDP decides to go the way of a consensus, isn't that really just putting Nigerians in the box? Because you're going to largely, the party is largely going to be imposing who they think is fit on Nigerians, so limiting our choices anyways. So do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, we don't buy consensus candidates. In fact, to some extent, consensus candidates is undemocratic. Okay. That is the truth. Okay. And we will not encourage our party. We have said it in a press briefing. We have said it in press releases that people should allow to participate in the primary process, so they will respect the electorate. One problem we have in Nigeria, this consensus issue, is making the leaders not to respect and appreciate the electorate. But if they go through the rigors of winning election, persuading Nigerians or party faithful, depending on the party, they will respect Nigerians, they will respect citizens. That is what happened in the civilized countries, because they go through the rigors to even convince a person. So they look at the situation you are going through. Based on that, they make informed decisions. They don't just get up and say anything they like or do anything they like, because they know that will affect their future political career. Okay. But here they will just come up with consensus, and we have said it clearly, we don't support consensus. Okay. Let everybody go to the field. What we are demanding is that let there be free and fair election, both in APC and in PDP and in other parties. There should be no consensus. The best candidate should emerge, the most popular candidate should emerge. And based on that, Nigerians can choose. But coming with consensus, just like you've rightly said, will limit Nigerians, will make, in fact, will cost voter apathy. So we want both PDP, APC, and every other party to ensure that there is no consensus. It should be free and fair process for everyone that has indicated interest, pick form, gone on consultation across the country to face the primary election, face the delegates, and that by so doing we will have the best candidates for our elections. Okay,
to wrap up, because time is almost, we're out of time. But to wrap up, if you're going to give like a 3-point reason why Nigerians cannot afford to get this one wrong, because 8 years is a long time to suffering and all of that. So if you're going to give a reason why we cannot get it wrong in 2023, what would it be?
Number one, I'll tell them to think and retrospect 2015, we advised them. And number two is that PDP have the best hand to bring us out of the quagmire we are now as a nation. Then number three, I want to appeal to Nigerians to also understand that, you see, they should look at what PDP has done in the past. Call it 16 years. Okay, just take the Jonathan 5 years compared to the Buhari 7 years or APC 8 years, and look at what PDP did during that time and what APC has done during the 7 years, you discover that you go for PDP. You go for PDP because they'll give you the best. You know, that is just the truth. So that's are the three reasons why I want to say that this 2023, Nigerians should be careful the kind of decision they take and the kind of people they listen to. They shouldn't just listen to anybody that will come and deceive them with the name third force, fourth force, spent force, and what have you. So they should just look at this. And PDP will give them the best candidate. We are informed about the situation in the country. We didn't run down Nigeria as opposition party. APC ran down Nigeria, but we did not. Rather, we criticized them constructively. So that is to show you that PDP can deliver Nigeria from this mess we are into. There is no doubt, there is no pretense. Not because I'm a PDP, I'm a Nigerian first. So I will say the truth. I will not deceive myself. If I would want to deceive people, I will not deceive myself. So that is the situation. Everybody is paying for light. You service yourself, everything in Nigeria. So that is it. So those things, they should think of those things before taking decisions, making their decision regarding 2023 election. I want to appeal to them that they should all come out. They should stop saying that when I vote, my vote will not count. It will count. Now there is electronic transmission of results. It will count. Vote, stay there, monitor your vote, and the person you want will emerge. That is all I want to say to Nigerians.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show to share your thoughts with me this morning. It was such a pleasure to have you.
Same here.
Thank you. And thank you for joining me on the conversation this morning. Do not forget to join me same time tomorrow. But before then, I need you to join the conversation across our social media platforms. It's TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. It's TOS TV Network as well, and stream our website www.tostvnetwork.com for news, stories and happenings from across the world. Thank you again. My name is Ade Swelsi, and I'll see you tomorrow.